What's good, everybody? And welcome to the Trade for Yourself podcast, where my mission here is very, very simple. I just want to help you learn how to trade for yourself. Please like, please subscribe, please share the episode. I would really, truly appreciate it. So, this episode is going to be about what is the stock market? Let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. The stock market is composed of publicly traded companies that we can purchase shares of. At the end of the day, we want the stock price to go up. The stock market is also composed of 11 different sectors with industries underneath them. All publicly traded companies lie in one of these sectors and in one of those industries. So let's take technology, for example. The technology sector has a multitude of different industries. You've got hardware, you've got software, you've got IT services, you've got semiconductors. You got a lot of different industries in there. And I want to tell you right now that the stock market is just like the NBA. The New York Stock Exchange is to the NBA. The sectors are to the conferences. The industries are to the divisions. Just like the Los Angeles Lakers is a team in the NBA, housed in the Western Conference, in the Pacific Division. Just like Apple is a company on the New York Stock Exchange, in the technology sector, and a member of the hardware division. I hope that analogy helps make it sense to you. And you know what? Let's move on. So, what is a stock market index? An index just tracks a group of companies. We've got some major indexes in the stock market. The Dow Jones, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, and we'll also talk about the Russell 2000. Now, the Dow Jones is composed of 30 large companies in the U.S. Companies like Boeing, Caterpillar, Chevron, McDonald's, companies that mean a lot to the U.S. economy. The S&P 500 is a group of 500 large companies. If the stock market was down 2% and somebody told you about it and they said, hey, the market's down 2% today, they're referring to the S&P 500. The Nasdaq is composed of mostly technology companies with a little bit of consumer discretionary, healthcare, and other sectors. If someone were to say, man, tech got beat to sleep today, they were referring to the Nasdaq and the Russell 2000. 2,000 small cap companies with a lot of growth, but they have more risk because of how young they are in the game. So you notice I said small cap. Let's talk about what is market cap. Market cap is what the stock market believes a business is worth. To calculate market cap, you would take the share price multiplied times the shares outstanding. So if the shares price was $10 and the shares outstanding was 1 million, then the market cap for that business will be 10 million and it will be considered a small cap company. Small cap companies are $2 billion or less. Mid cap is $2 billion to $10 billion. Large cap is $10 billion or more. Mega cap is $100 billion or more. The big boys, I would like to say. Now, what's next? Let's talk about ETFs. ETFs are exchange traded funds that track companies. They track indexes, they track industries, they track sectors. With an ETF, you can have whatever you like the brother T.I. said. Let me give you an example of an ETF. An ETF would be like VOO. VOO is a Vanguard ETF that tracks the S&P 500. So every company in the S&P 500 is a part of that Vanguard fund. So when you purchase VOO, you're purchasing the market. VOO is a very good indication of the market in general, and it's very good to buy shares of this over the long term. So we talked about what is the stock market, we've talked about what is a market index, we've talked about what is an ETF. Let's talk about what you should do when you're young in the game, when you're just getting into the stock market. Number one, I would say purchase VOO, right? VOO gives you safety because you're purchasing the S&P 500. On average, the stock market will give you 8 to 10% per year, okay? And if you purchase that every single month over the long term, you'll be fine. It also gives you the safety from investing in an individual stock, because individual stocks are more volatile. Investing in VOO would give you safety until you figure out exactly what you're doing. Okay? Number two, this is what I would tell you to do. If you come to me and say, hey, I want to invest in individual companies, I want to invest in individual stocks, what should I do? I would ask you, what's in your pocket? What's in your house? What do you spend most of your money on? Do you have all the Jordan 1s, the Jordan 4s, the Jordan 11s in your closet? You may want to think about looking at Nike. If you have every Apple device in your house, you may want to look at Apple. If you are in corporate America and you use Microsoft Teams, Microsoft Outlook, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, and you use it every single day, you may want to think about Microsoft. You want to look at companies that you spend your money on, companies you're familiar with that you know, and then do the research, and then over time, make your move. Now, the one thing I want to tell you is, y'all, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme here. Time in the market is better than timing the market. You have to keep your money invested in the market so you can take advantage of the compound interest. If you don't do that, you're not going to grow your money. So I thank you all for listening to this video. I hope this helped give you an introduction into what the stock market is so y'all can be successful. Look, y'all, please like, please subscribe, please share this episode. I would really, truly appreciate it. And remember, don't pay for it. Trade for it. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.